Good day, everyone. I'm Tess Bacalia, Editor-in-Chief of the Asia Democracy Chronicles, an online publication of the Asia Democracy Network, a regional organization focusing on democracy, human rights-related challenges and issues confronting the region. In this week's edition of the Spotlight podcast of the Asia Democracy Chronicles, or ADC, we turn the spotlight on the plight of Myanmar's young people who have been forced to leave their country amid the raging civil war and other challenges confronting the country that more than 3 years ago witnessed the collapse of its democratically elected government when the military junta staged a coup and grabbed power. What is their situation in their host country, primarily neighboring Thailand in this case? For most, if not all of them, leaving their homeland is an act of desperation and demonstrates an intense desire to turn a new page in their lives where achieving their hopes and dreams does not remain an aspiration. As our recently published story on Myanmar shows, for many of Myanmar's youth, the decision to flee is not merely about seeking better opportunities, but also about escaping a life of fear and oppression. With us today are three valued guests who will tell us about the challenges confronting these people in their host country, Thailand. We will explore the following questions and possibly more. I'll just mention the first of these questions. What is the extent to which Myanmar youth and other Burmese people have fled to Thailand to escape the harrowing situations hounding them in their country? And what did being forced to leave Myanmar mean for them? How are they coping with life in Thailand? For now, let's listen to Joshua. Joshua, go ahead, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Tess, for giving me the opportunity to talk and represent the voice of many voiceless individuals residing in both Thailand and Myanmar. I am currently working as a research fellow in Chiang Mai University, and I also used to work on many research and practitioner works on the diaspora studies, especially diasporas living in Thailand and their activism as well. So based on this experience, I have a great experience of connecting with those who flee to Thailand recently or who already flee before the military coup. So I have a great network of them. So today I will be discussing based on my experience of engagement with them. So in order to give you a brief uh, uh, picture of why it's happening, why this is happening in Myanmar and why Thailand? So the first thing is that uh, since 2021 military coup, Myanmar is no longer a place Myanmar is no longer a place to live in safe and sound way. Myanmar was never like before. So since the 2021 military coup, as you all aware and as you all see in the medias and news, human rights violations are committed by the military coup. Several oppressions are committed by the military coup. Since that time, people trying to flee more and more. But recently, not that recently, 6 months, 6 to 7 months ago, the military trying to have another level of restriction, which is the conscription law, which I also described like in two of the papers that I wrote for the Asia Democracy Chronicles. So since the time of the conscription law, at least 20,000 of young individuals are already forcibly conscripted. As we all aware that young people love freedom, young people love liberty, but in Myanmar, young people in Myanmar, they don't have that kind of privilege. Most of the time they have to stay hide in their home because of the fear of conscription, and they also cannot go freely from one place to another because of the fear of conscription. And when they decided to leave the home and decided to go abroad, they are also facing several restrictions at the airport and other entrance and departure points across the country of Myanmar. So that's the situations why big and huge exodus happen in Myanmar, especially with the young population. And when you look at the situation of the displaced young people community living in Thailand, So most of the people who flee to Thailand, they really do not have a plan. So what their intentions is just to leave the hell as much as possible, leave the hell of Myanmar as much as possible. It is not because they just want to escape from everything. At least from the whole family, at least they could find like some kinds of like peaceful rather than Myanmar. That's why they flee the country. But not many young people have the same privilege to flee the country. For example, it's a bit challenging to get the travel document passport in Myanmar, and even you have a passport, if you want to secure the visa, it's also a bit challenging as well. That's why there have been many illegal migration, and there have been many illegal cross-border cases. It is These illegal cross-border is not because what we want. It is what the situation push us to do because we have not many options left. That's why many young people cross their border illegally in that way. Even though they have a secure passport and secure visa, living in Thailand is not that easy as we or they already imagine. Because living in Thailand, one of the first thing is that we have, even though we are living safer situations than Myanmar, every day we saw the news of the atrocities, arson, people dying, and people suffering in Myanmar. These kind of like sentiments and these kinds of connections and experience, indirect like feeling. When we have a call with our family back home, they all we hear is about their suffering and about the lives of the difficulties back home. These kinds of experience also have psychological impacts on those who flee to Thailand. Another impact is the financial impact as well. So when we flee to the Thailand, we have not much available, like not much resources of the financial, and it's a bit challenging for the Myanmar migrant worker to secure the great job and well paid job as well. For that matter, I'm sure one of another our panelists have more insights to say. So I will stop it here, and then I will add more after next round.
Before we turn to Cheria, thank you, Ted. Very briefly, so what is coming out, among others, very clearly from what Joshua has shared is that leaving Myanmar for Thailand has meant a new set of challenges for those who are now in Thailand. And life is not as easy as you said, as some people might have imagined. Now, Cheria, you work on migration issues. There have been Burmese migrants in Thailand long before the February 2021 coup, right? Are there any significant differences in the challenges confronting the Burmese migrants before and after the coup? Among others, please tell us about this and other issues that you think is that you want to share with us at this point. Go ahead, Charia.
Hi, Tess. Thanks for having me here. So I'm Cheria, and I'm a research fellow at my university, and my research focus is mainly related with the labor practice and also migrant labor and also social reproduction labor. But currently, I'm doing the research related with the women migrants labor in the informal economy of Thailand, and so. Thailand has become a destination country for Myanmar, who fled the country after the military coup. But migration happens, since before the military coup, and because of the many significant political events like 1988 pro-democracy movement, and also the Saffron Revolution in 2007, and also the because of the long-lasting conflict, inside the country. So Myanmar migrants have been passing the border since 1990s. But after the military coup, what we observe is it became a destination country. And according to the Ministry of Labor Thailand, it hosts around over 3 million migrants from Myanmar, Laos, and Cambodia. That 2 million are Myanmar. That it excludes the people who chose the irregular mode. So even though we cannot verify the number, we can see like they are over 2 million or 3 million Burmese migrants who are currently residing in Thailand. So after the military junta and attack at conscription law in February 2024, it became targeted at the youth, especially age between 18 to 35, and also the women like age between 18 to 27. So when we talk about the migration, there are so many border gates for the Myanmar migrants to pass through to be trapped in Thailand. That Mae South in Tech Republic, which is in the northern part of the Thailand, is one of the destination centers. It is also due to the easy pass from Myawaddy through the Friendship Bridge, and these people who migrate to South Thailand include like human rights defenders, political activists, and also the CDMers who are students, and also the teachers, and also the people who seek for the economic opportunities. That this kind of large exodus will continue because due to the political and economic instability inside Myanmar. So when we talk about the migration, there are some people who choose the legal regular mode, and also the people who have to migrate with the illegally. So these Myanmar migrants, they are employed in the labor intensive industries, Scholar mentioned 3D jobs which are very dangerous, demeaning, and also the dirty jobs who are in the agriculture sector, garment sector, and also food processing or construction sectors or things like that. So these migrants who are employed in this industry are really subjected to exploitation, such as unmet minimum wage, prolonged working hours, verbal abuse and sexual abuse at the workplace, and also sometimes the harassment by the Thai police as well. Also, these undocumented workers, they are employed in Thai informal labor market as well. So because of their documentation status, they cannot meet the Thailand minimum wage policy, even though Thai minimum wage policy stated that workers have to be paid at 345 Thai baht per day. That those workers who are employed in this informal setting, they don't meet that kind of the minimum wage. Also, they have to live in the precarious working conditions with lack of social security benefits, no health insurance or things like that. Also, the employers and also the Thai authorities also to take the advantage of the illegal status of these undocumented workers as well. So I agree with Joshua Lin, as he mentioned before. Even though they migrated to Thailand, that living in Thailand is not that easy for them. They have to face with so many challenges, like also the security threats as well. So yeah.
So migration has been going on pre February 2021 during the coup. There's been migration, of course, not just from Myanmar, but even from other Mekong countries, no, like Laos, as you mentioned, and even Cambodia, right? So this has been going on, but what needs to be highlighted here is that this increased massively following the coup and because of the situation, the political crisis now confronting Myanmar. So the exploitation clearly stands out also. Burmese people are being exploited because they desperately need jobs and because of their very challenging situation. And you mentioned about the precarious conditions. So before we turn to theory, very very briefly, did anything change in the migration policies? I mean, was there any major change in the migration policies of Thailand to adjust or at least to provide some modicum of support for Burmese people, given the situation now confronting them? Very briefly, did anything change in the migration policies of Thailand?
Yes, since this migration or large exodus of people is getting significant, it also caught the attention from the policy makers and also the Thai authorities as well. So we can say since before the coup, successive Thai government is trying to do the initiative to regulate the irregulars. So that even though there are some policy changes for the registration system or registration system, some policy measures are not that practical for the migrant workers, because like for example like in around 2003 to 2004, Thai and Myanmar signed a MOU project that even though such kind of the former policy measure, migrant workers they choose the like illegal mode, because this MOU project is not practically working for them because of the like high cost, and also it takes too much time. So migrant workers they rely on the brokers and the agency as well. So another thing is what the Thai government can do is like to be more flexible with the registration process, like pink card system, because it can be done like for the migrant workers to enable the like unilateral registration process. So if the Thai government can do the unilateral registration process for the migrant workers, they don't need to submit any migrant data to Myanmar Honda authorities. So yeah, what the Thai government should do is like to be more flexible with the registration process, and it shouldn't be it shouldn't require the bilateral exchange of personal data with the Myanmar authorities. There are some grassroots organizations who are founded which are founded by the Myanmar people. They are trying to advocate the Thai authorities and also the officials. But however, when it comes to the like Thai labor law or the migration policy, one of the policy barriers for the migrant worker is, according to Thai law, they are not they are prohibited to form the like labor union, even though they can join the union formed by the Thai workers. But in many South setting, it is really difficult because most of the workers are from Myanmar. They are no like Thai workers who are working in that labor intensive industries. So this is one of the policy barriers for the migrant workers to access or to exercise their labor rights. So that is one of the policy measures need to be like amended or the reform.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, we now turn to theory. Theory, you're as we mentioned earlier, you focus on migrant education and other forms of support, I suppose, to Burmese people who have moved to Thailand. So tell us about the work you're doing very briefly, and then tell us about the extent to which such education is needed by Burmese people in Thailand.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Sirens, and I work closely with migrant community, particularly young people from Myanmar, and also myself. I've been here in Thailand 2 years now. I left the country after the coup. I must say I'm being quite fortunate to support their journey. Also support their journey in accessing education and also finding way to adapt their life in Thailand, especially like new country, new language, new environment. And also today I will try to share my insight, and also based on my experience, and also based on the experience of young migrants, and also their challenges and how they build resilient, how we build resilient despite everything we face right now. And because of as like two panelists mentioned, that because of the conscription law in Myanmar, like everything, like they make everything even harder, including my for me, like I was worried about my little brother, who is also legal to be like conscripted. So yeah, I was worried a lot, and also my mom was worried a lot. So we are also part of that as an individual, as a family, as the whole country because of the conscription law, because of the country situation. So like for me, like I work with like young people, so they are also scared of like being forced into the military. That's why they leave everything behind, and also coming here with they have like hope for the future, but sometimes the plan doesn't go well as we plan, as they plan, because the journey from Myanmar to Thailand is tough, I must say. And also we are facing it right now together because because of the because of the statistic last year, based on the last year before conscription law, around 400,000 migrant children and they're assisting in Thailand, and half of them they don't receive any proper education right now. So that is when I read the report, that is quite heartbreaking, even though many grassroots organizations and also many young activists like Cheria and also Jersha also working together, but still not cover uh, for the like large group of people from Myanmar. So and also it is also highlight why education is such an important pull factor. Before coup, like many people migrate to Thailand maybe because of they want to escape from the civil war, which is happening many years ago, or some of them are most of them are migrated because they want to seek the economic opportunity here in Thailand, and yeah, because they want to give their like next generation, their children, for a better future. But I mean, they have many obstacles they right now, because when they move to Thailand, they face a lot of challenging like language barriers, which impact their ability to integrate or basic services, including for us too. We have like we had huge language barrier, especially if we are from Burmese ethnic. So it's not easy to learn Thai language. So it's quite challenging, including for us too. And also, as Cheria mentioned, because of the illegal situation and undocumented status, um, also challenging part to get a job, to access the education, or even like if you are sick or your family member or your friend is sick, but you have to show or one document. If you can't, like there are many people struggling, even they cannot go to the like small clinic or like hospital to get access for their situation. So there are like many factors and many challenges, especially like young people and also migrant people are facing right now. So this is part. I'm just sharing my part of my experience. Yeah.
Can you tell us
Definitely.
briefly how you conduct your migration education? I mean, is there like a formal invitation, formal announcement of what you're offering, and then and is there a great deal of interest among Myanmar people in Thailand to participate in this kind of, opportunity to get themselves educated or at least
Mm.
made aware of
Yeah.
migration related issues and how best to cope with with life in Thailand?
We've been working on like education, especially migrant education. So which is two part, formal education and non-formal education. Of course, we cannot cover for the whole country, but we try to cover especially for border area like Meso, and also another like southern area like Chumpon, Ranao, and also in Chiang Mai as well. So we try to cover like those border areas, and our organization working on um, like to have like to get the credit education for them, especially like because many young people they drop out the school because of the coup, and then they try to change the education system, which is like they have to sit the exam for GED so they can get a entrance exam from the like Asian country like Thailand or Philippines or Malaysia. So GED is one way to go right now, but still we cannot cover for all young people because actually like many young people they want to finish their education, they want to continue their education, and they want
Mhm.
to like prepare for their future, but we still like cannot cover. But we try to cover as much as we can. We provide GED like online platform so they can study online, and also some of them are inside Myanmar, but they're trying to study to finish GED. This is also one way. Another way is non-formal education, which is called they used to be called like Kosono, but now they changed the name. So which is informal education. So people can like young people or like anyone can attend the language school, but you don't have to go to the school every day. So they have like different schedule based on your like intense or your job or anything. But this is one way to go, especially in border city. Non-formal education is really important for them. So we're trying to cover like this and that, and but on the other hand, we try to work with the like Thai university, like Chiang Mai University. We trying to build a relationship with them, and also if they pass the like we try to do the pilot project with them. If they pass the specific test, so they don't have to sit the GED exam, and they can get the entrance from the Chiang Mai University, for example. So, but we are also like still trying to get a credit education, especially for the migrant people. So yeah, and also we do have also vocational training and also to work in vocational training, but that's not my program. But in my um, in my experience, they work with the polytechnic college in Thailand. So if you attend their like one course, so they will give you like one certificate, which like especially like Thai business will recognize that certificate, so they can work at the hotel or restaurants or something like that. So this is also another way to cover for the migrant people. For me, I work with the we call it like youth program. So um we're trying to connect with Thai and um Burmese youth together to become like coexistent, and also to like what I mean is like to get a like peaceful um, community so they can understand each other, and also they can have a share common understanding of what is happening. So I do a lot of exchange program between Thai youth and Burmese youth, and yeah, so that's we are trying to cover. Uh, yeah, right now.
These are all, I mean, what you've described, three, are all very laudable initiatives. I wonder, and this is a question I pose to all of you, including Cheria and Tet, are these initiatives by and large being made by Burmese people like you, or are there efforts from, let's say, the private sector, or maybe even from some public institutions in Thailand to, I mean, toward the same objectives to help Myanmar people adjust to life in Thailand and find better opportunities, achieve their goals of starting afresh? Are there initiatives from the private sector, for example, or maybe from other countries? Because I imagine conducting, these training opportunities requires funds, for example. And you said you cannot cover the entire Thailand. You can only focus primarily on border areas, right? Theory, meaning you are limited in your capacity also. Are there initiatives from other sectors, private sectors, for example, in solidarity with what you're doing? This is for all of you. And
Maybe I
what do
will
you
go.
want to see happen in this regard? Yes.
Okay. Yeah, based on my experience, like I of course I'm working on full time in my organization, but I do also volunteering for a small group in Mesa and also other area as well. So based on my experience, I'm not like representing my organization, but based on my experience, there are small but not a lot. Some group like they are Thai activists who is working on Thai Myanmar issue for many years. Like I know one people, she's working for this kind of issue for more than 10 years. Even she bring voice to the parliament members and everything, but it's stay stay small. But I'm grateful for that. Many some of the Thai activists are also collaborating with Burmese activists, and also they working on the ground. Even though like they try so hard to bring voice to their government, but it stays small. And what I learned from my experience is that we cannot like we cannot we cannot do a lot, especially if we do if we like let's say if we work okay only Myanmar to Myanmar organization, it doesn't like we cannot do that much. But if you connect with Thai small
Mm.
group, maybe in terms of individual or activists, maybe you can move really like really impactful because this is what I learned from my experience, like connected with them or talking with them or even educating about like our situation with them or having conversation with them, even it is small, but like it impact a lot and they can understand you more and also they can do or we can do together in the near future. So so in my free time, so I try to connect with more Thai group and more Thai activists right now.
But that's at the level of activists, not the government. Yeah,
Not yet,
okay.
not yet.
I'll thank you. Thank you, Theory. I'll rephrase my question for Tet and Cheria. Given the level of support to the extent that it exists, for Myanmar, in relation to migration and other issues, what what kinds of initiatives are you seeing from where you stand or sit in the area of support, solidarity from other parts of the region, meaning Asia or Southeast Asia, or beyond Asia, for example? And what do you want to see happen? You know, well, before you answer my question, admittedly, Thailand has its own set of challenges. Other countries have their own set of challenges. So as much as we want more support, solidarity, we are beset by our own respective challenges in our respective countries, political or otherwise. But that is not to say that there's no room for joint efforts, initiatives, solidarity, collaboration. What can you say in this regard? Maybe we start with Ted and then Cheria.
So I can also see that in regarding with the Myanmar diasporas and Myanmar migrant situations in Myanmar, we can also see some kinds of support and solidarity from the other other non-Burmese communities as well, but not much from the private sector, but mostly from the Thai grassroots organizations and Thai CSOs and Thai activists as well. So many, based on my experience of engagement with the Thai activists and Thai CSO, they are also closely working with the grassroots Myanmar community to advocate the Thai government to be more flexible on the migration policy, labor law, and other matters as well. So at the Southeast Asia level, as we all are aware, that MICT alliance is some like visible evidence that we can see as evidence of like coordinating for the to support the people of Myanmar as and also diasporas and migrants in Myanmar. But what I want to highlight here is that uh, we still also experience the challenges living in Thailand, even though the Thai activists and Thai CSO, some numbers of them are like supporting and helping us. Um, one of the issues that we have been Myanmar community have been facing is about the following the law and abiding the law. It is regarding with the illegal migration as well. We all are very aware. Myanmar people are very aware that Burmese people are very aware that when we live and move to Thailand, we definitely need to abide the laws and legal obligations of Thailand. That's practical. That's realistic. But for the from the side of Myanmar people, even to meet these kind of legal requirements, we have several challenges. For example, to receive the legal document, I am sure Macharia already mentions that we face several challenges to have the legal status. Without legal status, we cannot work. When we work, we face exploitation. Without legal status, it's been very challenging for us to rent the house. So like without legal status, when we rent the house, we have to pay overprice. Some kinds of challenges have been associated with the illegal status that we do not choose to become. And one of the things that I also would like to highlight about the migrant education is that we, Myanmar community and Burmese communities in Thailand, are also trying to be in line and to fit with the Thai community. That's why one of the component of the migrant education is about to make aware of the migrants with the Thai law, Thai custom, Thai traditions, Thai language, Thai culture, and also the vocational training in line and relevant to the Thai context as well. This is some kind of training for Burmese migrants and Burmese diaspora to fit in the Thai community, and Burmese community have been very trying hard to become to become the to become fitting in the Thai society and Thai community as well. But it takes time. It needs times as well. So I am sure that Thai communities also Thai people also needs to give some times for Burmese community to be in line and to fit with the Thai society. I'm not seeing that Thai communities are not helping Burmese one, but there are many Thai people on Thai community who have been supporting the Thai Myanmar community. For example, when we rent the house, when we go to the shop, when we want the job, there are many Thai people who also support the Burmese people because we share many culture, we share many things in terms of like food, in terms of clothes, in terms of what we believe, and in terms of faith. We share many things, and there are many times that that has been connecting between Thai and Myanmar community, and there are also some ethnic group as well who are residing in both Thailand and Myanmar side. So there are many connector and there are many connecting ties, but however, there are still some limited number of population living in Thailand who might be intentionally or unintentionally discriminated at against Burmese community, and also some Burmese community who have been some kinds of could not follow the legal obligations and rule of law very much. That's why in some areas you can see some kinds of tension, but not much significant. But because like both communities are trying to fit in, but we cannot say that there is no challenges, but of course there are challenges. I think as a part of the natural process of integrating. So this is something I also would like to highlight. Yeah.
Before we turn to Macharia, I think that's very interesting that at personal level, at individual levels, Thai people are supportive of Burmese people. Of course, as you said, there's also discrimination happening. I think that cannot be helped as much as we want that, as much as we wish it wasn't happening. But it's interesting to note that there's that expression of solidarity among Thai people. So meaning to say that's an area that could be enhanced. For example, how to build that, a greater integration, more harmony between these two communities that should make government's work Thai government's work easier in facilitating the migration of Burmese people to Thailand. Macharia, what can you say in this regard? In the extent to which that kind of support that we wish we would see more of, what is the extent to which it's playing out or happening in Thailand? And you mentioned already some areas for policy formulation. But what else can you say in this regard?
Yeah. So I agree with Siri and Joshua because they mentioned most of the initiatives are performed by the all migrant diaspora communities. And also, some initiatives can also be seen from the academic sphere as well. But I don't see, such kind of initiatives, especially from the private sector. But of course, there are, some Thai grassroots organizations or activist group who are, interested to have the Myanmar people to advocate, their government to be more flexible. Since we know that Thailand is not that a democratic country, so they also have, their limitations and, challenges to tackle, that kind of issue. And another thing I'm find it interesting to highlight is like in the middle of the 2024 there is a potential for increase in anti-migrant sentiment in Thailand. It was initiated by from self-proclaimed patriotic groups, and they use the the channel TikTok, and they encourage the Thai authority to impose the tighter restrictions on migrant workers, their letter calls on the Thai government to limit work permits for migrant workers and keeping asylum seekers in camps. And also they demanded that migrants be only given 3-month work permit and be returned to the home country for a month before renewing their work permits or things like that. That interestingly, there are some initiatives made by the especially from the academic sphere. They are trying encouraging to spread more positive narrative. And they also highlight that such kind of the anti-migrant sentiment is really important to be given attention as well. And another I forgot to mention well, there are some initiatives initiated done by the Thai government that at a particular level, migrants are still find challenges to access to public services, for example in around in 2000 I think 2005 Thai government promote the education for all policy that in practice it is not that effective for the migrant children to access the public education, Thailand public education, because of the lack of certificate or things like that. Also recently, under the new prime minister, there is a news 418,000 migrants who will be granted Thai citizenship. So this is for the old migrants who migrated to Thailand before the 1999. That both the Thai grassroots organizations and also the same labor activist groups, they are also closely monitoring that situation, because even though the Thai government makes such kind of the initiatives, in practice at the same time migrants have to face the challenges to access that kind of the public service or the citizenship status or things like that. So migrant workers are still monitoring about that. So So of course, I agree with you that we need the more solidarity or support from the Thai communities. Like there should be like collaborated efforts among the Thai and the Myanmar activist groups, and not only the activists, but also the media, also the like academic persons, or the like public institutions. Yeah, we need more solidarity and support from Thai community, like for better integration, also for the better opportunity for Myanmar migrants. Yeah.
Thank you, Macharia. On the flip side, because migration is expected from Myanmar is expected to continue in the next few months or even years, perhaps. Although we were hoping this situation would be resolved, soon enough. But on the flip side, what do you think can Burmese migrants forced to flee Myanmar, who are now uh, trying to build new lives in Thailand, do for Thailand? I mean, what can they contribute? What can they bring, as migrants, no? Amid all these challenges confronting them, like having to find jobs, continue their education, etc. But let's try and see it from another side. Can they bring? That will bring. I mean, what can they bring to Thailand as migrants that will, also be in the interests of, of their host country at the moment? This question is for all of you. Yeah. And maybe it's already happening. They're able to contribute something that non-migrants may not be in a position to contribute, to bring. What are you seeing in this regard? Anyone can start.
So yeah, to respond to your question, as I mentioned before, these migrants, they are employed in the like very labor intensive industries, which Thai nationals don't want to work. So we can say like these migrants are contributing to the Thailand economy, or Thailand GDP. So even though we mention like these are the informal workers, that their labor, they are contributing. It's their labor is they contributing to the like capital accumulation of the Thailand. So yeah, this is a response from my side. Okay.
So what I believe is that Myanmar diaspora community, especially Myanmar migrants community, bring to Thailand is the labor. Labor is the main thing that they bring us. They bring to Myanmar community, bring to Thailand. It's not one we talk about the Myanmar diaspora. People like in Thailand, they only see as the labor intensive labor. But actually, there are also, especially after the military coup, there are also many migrants or many diaspora who have the high skills and also more like with the with the educated community also migrated. This is something that we also need to pay attention to. Of course, prior to the before the 2021 military coup, most of the migrants might be labor intensive for seeking for the jobs. But after the military coup, no, like we can see non-labor intensive labor forces are also migrating as well. So based on my experience, they like, especially in Myanmar, as we are aware that after 2011 until 2020, we have a lot of like education. We had a lot of education opportunities and investment in education. We can also see some kinds of outcomes of that education and development. That's why we have a lot of like educated community and technological friendly people, very high tech person and very high skill labor as well. And also there are many Burmese community who graduated at the top level university. So many of them can be seen. Many of them are already migrated to Thailand and living across the country, and they have been working at the Thai farms, Thai marketing farms, Thai like white collar jobs. What we see the white collar job, Thai marketing farm, Thai business farm, and Thai groups and Thai industry as well. So they have been contributing as well, not only in that marketing and private sector, but also in the public education sector as well. So in many university and many public and education sectors in Thailand, we can also see many Burmese educators. who are professional, not because of they recruited for the inclusion perspective, but because of they are recruited for their like professional and their skills and their competency. So that's why I can see that Burmese diaspora community living in Thailand, they have been contributing a lot to the economy and development of the Thailand. We cannot have the specific data for sure, but what we can say is that we can see some kinds of pattern and trend of contributing and contributing somehow. Yeah.
Like as Materia and Joshua mentioned about they contribute especially for economic, and also we also contribute their consumer base also. We provide service, and also we also demand for the good, and so this is also one of them. And also Joshua mentioned about we contribute skill and knowledge, which is also part of their contribution. So I want to add and I want to highlight because they when we say like migrant people like but they invest a lot of time, energy, and also skill in building also what we are right now. So we are in Thailand, so we invest all our time, energy, and also skill in building in Thailand. So this is I want to highlight, and also they have to recognize by these contribution, so we can create environment where migrants can live and also they can continue positively, to the society where we are right now. So I want to highlight that point. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Theory. Yeah, these are well and good. I mean, looking at how the Myanmar diaspora now in Thailand can contribute to Thailand as well, not just in economic terms, but also in other aspects of the nation's life. Uh, but at the same time, I can't help but think as well that this is a huge loss to Myanmar. No, like the number of professionals you've lost, the number of youth that have left Myanmar, that provides energy, etc., for your country, a huge loss to Myanmar. Now, what do you see happening in the next few months in terms of migration and in terms of where this migration, this exodus leaves Myanmar, given its current political crisis? Where does this leave Myanmar? And what hope is there to reverse the tide so that people will stop? Of course, not enforcing the conscription law is one of those. But what else? How else do we see the situation from a more hopeful perspective? What can you say? And we're winding up.
But like in terms of opportunities, what we can see is that one thing is that this is definitely more like flow of the human but human resources which could be very beneficial to the economy and development of Myanmar already flow to Thailand. But what we see is that when they are flowing, they are not that much scattering. So what I see is that this community in Thailand, a professional or labor group or the CSO group or activist group, they also connect again in Thailand or in other places as well, based on because we have a very strong ties with Burmese, and we like Burmese community in Thailand. Well, normally we have a organizing meeting and go out and eat dinner, walk, cook together, fundraising together, advocacy together. We have been connecting each other. This is an opportunity to connect and to think and to brainstorm as well, to brainstorm how we can do for the country of Myanmar. So not like, even though millions of people, at least a million of people residing in Thailand, they don't they don't only thinking about Thailand, they also thinking about how they can contribute back to Myanmar and how they can return to Myanmar. They have been trying to find the solution. And also another kind of like good advantages is the social cohesion as well. So Myanmar is already divided. When we One, the diaspora community has been found in Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, United Kingdom, and United States. They have been under the category of the diaspora living in Thailand, diaspora living in the United States. They have new identity. Under the new identity, they have been united again, and they have been working together again. And they have been connected again. I think this is a advantage or opportunity to reconnect as well. From that advantage, we can actually use that advantage as a leverage and as an opportunity to work more and contribute more for the development of Myanmar. And when the time that we can return home, we will be going back with the more united and more unity forces.
From my perspective, it's like, the exodus will continue because due to the, economic and human security situation in Myanmar is, getting worse day to day. That, not only the migrants in, Thailand, they are not only contributing to the Thailand economy, but also they are also contributing to Myanmar economy as well, because they have to, send the remittance and they have to support their family, who are residing in Myanmar. And also, of course, they are, labor and their remittances important to support the current, stubborn revolution, ongoing, revolution as well. So as Joshua mentioned, the diaspora communities in Thailand, they are always, ready new cameras as well. Also, we can see there is a initiative find especially from the Thai academic groups and activist groups as well. They trying to distract them. They're trying to counter the anti-migrant sentiment among their communities as well. So to tackle the migration issue is not that simple, because sometimes it is also a regional issue as well. So yeah, we need the solidarity and support from the Thai communities, activist groups, and also the grassroots and labor groups as well. Also, we also need solidarity from other countries like the Cambodia and Laos as well, because especially in the Ranao region, which is in the southern part of Thailand, not only the Myanmar migrants are employed in the fishing industry, but also they are also the workers migrants from Laos and Cambodia as well. So we need the solidarity and support from the countries, that kind of countries, and also the hosted communities as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. We are facing significant loss. Because of in terms of the political, economic, and social crisis. But I just want to add and also highlight the in the positive way, because I want to highlight the resilience of Myanmar people, Burmese people, because the resilience you can see right now by the people of Burma. So it is something we need to mention because we've been struggling many things, and also now but we never give up. So because we, even for us as an individual, we stay hopeful. Okay, if we can go home in the future, what we can bring to them in terms of education, in terms of knowledge, in terms of experience, in terms of everything. So I just want to highlight how Burmese people are coping and also resisting in this time, and also we want to bring that one when we got a chance to the home country, and also we want to be part of when we rebuild our country, and also we want to use our experience while we are in abroad, or in wherever we are right now. So we want to part of that. So I just want that. Yeah.
Theory, what you've just said is an unmistakable signal that you're hoping to return to your country, right? Is that the same sentiment that you have in you, Jeshua, and Macheria. Now, having asked that, when all is said and done, and given what we've covered in this lengthy conversation, what is your vision of Myanmar amid all these challenges? What is your vision, and how do you see that playing out in the next few months or years, maybe? I'm asking this question at an individual level. At your individual level, what is your vision of Myanmar because you said you want to return to your country, that is your ultimate objective, I guess. So what is your vision of Myanmar, given despite what's happening today, including the huge migration of Myanmar people out of Thailand? Yeah.
So to respond you briefly, yes, I'm sure I have the same. I also share the same feeling with my series that we also want to return to Myanmar at the end of the day. Because Thailand is not our home, United States is not our home, like Myanmar, none other than Myanmar, none other than the country of Myanmar is our home. So we will go home for sure one day. So in terms of our hope for the future of Myanmar, we hope currently, as you can see the news of the Myanmar, we have very motivational news which can motivate you, because like many more and military has been collapsing more and more, military has been losing territories more and more, and some of the people lost their homes, but they are also ready to build a new home in the future of Myanmar. And also in terms of our intention and expectations is that in the future it will not be the same as before, but what we hope is to have the better one. I also personally hope for the better one. Amid like I as I mentioned before, the challenges make up closer more. Before that, before the military coup, like as you are aware that Myanmar community is quite diverse and quite dynamic. Not like Burmese community in Yangon or Mandalay do not know much about Karenni or Korean or Korea or Shan or Chen. But because of the conflicts and situations, we now feel close to these community. These are the good happen something out of the bad things. So I think in the future of Myanmar, we will have more trust, we will have more confidence on each other, we will be more connected for sure. And we will bring more experience and more expertise for the betterment of Myanmar for sure. But I don't know exactly when we can go back home. But what I can know is that everyone is prepared to return home. What we are doing in Thailand, what Masiri is doing in Thailand, and what Machiria is doing in Thailand is not for us to live longer in Myanmar, but because to live less and less in Thailand and go back to Myanmar as fast as possible. So as long as we have a will to return home, I'm sure we will be our way to home. So yeah.
Yeah, we are, we return back to, our home country, Also, I agree with Joshua, like, currently we cannot predict the time, right? But I'm also, have the like, our country will be, like better community or better society as well. Because, during this revolution, not only the, activists, but also they are also, some movement groups as well. They are also trying to, counter the, like old narrations or the old patriarchal norms. So that kind of, ideology is important, like, to establish a better society. Also, another thing is, in the past, we thought that, military institution is, really difficult to be destroyed. But this, Supreme Revolution and the ongoing struggle, show otherwise. Because, the ethnic groups and also the, the people, the first forces are winning. And we got, more control of the, areas as well. Also, as Joshua mentioned, like, there is also change in the ideology as well, because we because now most of the people are ready to counter the old narrations of the like same patriarchal norms, which is uh predominant in the in our old, how can I say, old society. So yeah, I'm also hoping to have a like better society. It will not be like to say united. It might be different from different perspectives. But what I say is like to be a like better society.
Yeah, I really hope for like we can create and we can create a place for all people who can live safely without fear anymore. And also we can also equal society, and also we can I wish everyone can access to education, like basic access like education, healthcare assistance, and also opportunity for us. I really hopeful for that in like in the I wish in the near future. So that's why we are also working on right now. But yeah.
Would it be right to say that all that you're doing, apart from, you individually coping and adjusting to life in Thailand, but essentially an, a fundamental part of your objective for what you're doing is, and I think Joshua also mentioned this earlier, it's all preparatory to going back to and building a new Myanmar. One where everyone, as Thierry mentioned, enjoys basic opportunities that allows one to enjoy his right to education, etc. I like how Joshua put it earlier also that, this is what you're doing is not with a view to staying forever in Thailand, but because you have a major goal, which is to go back and together build a new Myanmar. I don't think we can end on a more hopeful note, as as distressing as it might be to talk about the challenges confronting Myanmar diaspora, the Burmese migrants in Thailand. As distressing as it is to talk about these things, but there's always room. In this case, as you clearly pointed out, and you couldn't have explained it, you know, uh, more effectively, that there's room for, to build your country, your nation together. It's hard to say when all this will end, but in your heart, you're hoping it will end, and it's going to end one day. I hope soon enough.